But see, I'm gonna have to be honest. It didn't end. The story doesn't. The story didn't end well. But the story doesn't end well.
But that's just like John Gotti.
His story didn't end well. He overdid his act.
I'm trying to tell you, same thing. Motherfucker went out as my boy old Blue Eyes said, did it his goddamn way. Same thing with brother Gotti. He told his young son, man, that the life I live, I can't never do that. I can't. You go. He begged him to let him out the mob, man. Gotti, that's me. And look at his funeral in the end. Revered and loved forever. He will be revered and loved. If you look at his motherfucking funeral, he will be revered and loved forever. And that's a hell of an accomplishment for a motherfucker coming from the streets with nothing. It shows you that man had a heart made of gold and platinum. Because for that many motherfuckers to line the street and salute that motherfucking soldier on the way out, I love that. To see a motherfucking soldier, real soldier, didn't stand up, didn't talk. What you think? You gonna kill everybody that goddamn, you might have to go to sleep forever. So go on out like a goddamn soldier. 40-1. If that's what you gonna play the game of, if that's the game you choose to play. I mean, at least be that real with it. You know, as soon as a motherfucker comes shoot you going to the feds telling, oh, so and so shot me. Never mentioning you done shot 2 or 3 of his cousins and 2 or 3 other motherfuckers. But the first time motherfucker shoot you going to the feds telling, oh no, this ain't gonna work. Perfect example, Nate Boone Craft.
What do you say about?
You've been doing all that goddamn killing. You might as well go on goddamn kill or be killed. Now, goddamn it, that's the game you've been playing. So load up, soldier, and let's get it on. Just make your goddamn attack better than their attack.
Well, that's a hell of a thing that you can actually do all those murders, admit to them, and get to walk free.
That's how the game is played. That's how the game is played. When you see the game is played like that, that show you out there that the game is full of shit. A motherfucker can do 60 years for a non-violent crime. Right. A motherfucker kill 40, 16, 20, numerous amounts of people and walk because he decided to tell on another motherfucker.
So I mean, and people seem to be okay with a system that's rigged. That I can supposedly be a bad.
It depends on how bad you want to. Sammy, we'll let you go because we want John too bad. Fuck that. We got to have John. We call it the lesser of 2 evils. When Sammy may have been the real evil.
19 murders, Mr. Sammy Gravano admitted to.
Well, look at it like this when I say he may have been evil. When he died, I guarantee you the funeral and motherfuckers won't worship him like they do John Gotti. I bet you his funeral won't be nothing like that. Not even close. Not even close. He'll go out without a whimper. Sammy the Bull died today. There it is. And that's all Sammy cared about. John cared about that image, the dapper Don. That's what he was. That's what he went out at, the dapper motherfucking Don. It meant something to him. It just wasn't like niggas out here today think it meant. Let me explain something else to you. Most niggas couldn't even imagine being that. The kind of federal heat, the way the feds cover you and sleep with you, they couldn't take it for a day. And I bet you that. The way they tell their business and put their business out there now, they couldn't handle no real federal heat like that, none of them, because they talk too much on the internet to even think about being ready for that type of action. As soon as you talk to a nigga, I'm ready, I can do it. Nigga, yeah, you ready to tell, because that's all you gonna do. You ain't ready to motherfucking do 60 without telling, with no possibility.
Well, let me ask you that, and this is just a cultural thing among our people. Now, you don't see no people who's supposedly involved in the Mexican mob, the Dominican cartels. Nobody else be all on the internet showing their business.
Who can?
But how does people in our community think that if you're serious in that, and what the kids say about that life, you can't be about that life and showing it on Instagram? Where's that come from?
That comes, you're going to be a teller, number one. You say that. That's what that says. You're going to be a teller because loose lips sink ships. Don't ever forget that. Loose lips sink ships. Any motherfucker talking that same thing I tell you about. Motherfucker got 100 keys. You run around here telling, man, I got 100 keys to move. That motherfucker, I'm trying to sell. That's an idiot. He's going to jail. And his 100 keys will probably wind up with the feds or somebody gonna kill him for him. You see what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
This is what, and show you how dumb they is. He'll probably stack them up right here and show them to you on the internet.
do.
Hey, look at all these keys. Okay, go ahead. If that's the way you want to play the game,
I'm trying to get to it. Is it something for real in us?
I can't tell you.
Guns, dope, money, anything.
I mean, but part of being a gangster is everybody ain't supposed to know all your affairs.
You already know he's a gangster. Al Capone wouldn't have to do that like that. You see Big Al with that motherfucking campaign hat and a cigar in his
You
mouth.
know what time
You
it is.
already know.
You know.
He ain't got to be on the internet telling you, I'm Al Capone, look at me, I want to be seen. That's a motherfucker that ain't shit.
Okay, well now we
It's all right when the show is over. You retired, you ain't selling no more, the game is over. Not while you doing it.
That's what I was trying to
Make
get to.
the difference. Not while you still doing it. Okay, you retired, life has changed, it's all over. You want to write a book about what you did and tell your memoirs, that's all right.
That's right.
But not while you still doing it. I'm riding with him, he whacking motherfuckers playing like he did, and I'm on the internet talking about so.
It ain't gonna work out.
Now, how am I going to keep his secret alive that he's dead? If I'm on the internet with that book, I let y'all know. Tune in tomorrow. I'll tell you if he's dead. This is what do. Tune in tomorrow, and I'll tell you if he's alive. Turn on tomorrow. And that's what niggas would do.
Oh, wow.
No, every federal officer in the country looking for it. Every federal officer in the country is looking for it.
Wow.
And every federal officer that is not, the rest of the niggas is looking for it. So everybody is looking for this motherfucker.
And you on Instagram.
Yeah. You know if he alive or dead, goddammit. See, that's the shit he would have to go through today. I seen him over there yesterday. I'm telling y'all, that's the dumb shit he would have to go through.
Yeah.
You know, that's your
Can you
generation.
even imagine trying to hustle in this kind of environment like this now?
Nah, it ain't no togetherness.
And with
It ain't
people,
no
I mean,
motherfucking togetherness.
that somebody you might actually serve might be on Facebook that night.
Showing the shit you
You
sold.
just served them. Yeah.
And may tell you sold it. Shit, if you ain't careful, motherfucker might say,
Yeah, I just left my man Eddie house.
Goddamn right. And he got 90 more. We need some help moving. You understand? This is niggas today. Notify and contact me on Craig's list.
Yes, he goes.
This is what dumb motherfuckers is. Now, you think the police ain't watching that, monitoring this?
Of course they are.
They're your next customers. Ding dong. Open up. God damn it. Where he at?
Oh,
You just
wow.
said you had same way motherfucker in Chicago. He got a rocket launcher and shows it. And he think they ain't coming for it. Have you lost your mind?
Wow.
Yeah. It came right away and got it. Shit. Are you kidding?
From 1970 to 1977, Eddie the Fat Man Jackson and Courtney the Field Marshal Brown operated the biggest drug trafficking ring in Detroit's history.
So I just bought what I thought you could handle, because I didn't think you was $1 million is what I'm playing with.
I think the streets really understood that if you bothered those guys, it was really going to be a problem.
Back during that time, you understand, it was the biggest thing happening in the city of Detroit.
Boss Filmworks and Big Boss Books presents Courtney Robert Brown Jr.'s follow-up to the book Motown Mafia. Motown Mafia, Big Man on Campus.
My internship was kind of in how the world of international finance and international criminal activities overlap.
Corey Black Sr. wanted Corey to go to school to bring legitimacy to the family, but Corey had other plans. While in college, with the help of his friends and his girlfriend, he starts and grows a successful drug operation.
5 minutes later, two agents, now I know they were agents, but at the time I see two guys go to the right, another two guys start walking towards me. They stop at my seat and they go, "Grab your bags, DEA, come with us." Needless to say, this is not the fun part of being an intern.
Corey finds himself conflicted with his responsibility to running the family business and his obligation to his college studies. However, he'll have to make things work in his favor if he wants to remain the big man on campus. The names have been changed to protect the guilty and the innocent.
I'm taking economics and business 101 and marketing. And you know, your economic teacher's telling you about a business plan and how you get a small business loan. And, you know, it's kind of the hypocrisy of the world, because I'm like, that ain't how the real world works.
When you go through the neighborhood, do you ever ask yourself why you see so few black-owned businesses?
I think we have gotten away from it to a certain extent. But I know, based on the way I was raised, we need to start coming back to that place.
Giving them the resources that they need in order to make change. We do a lot of community advocacy. We go clean up the houses and the streets if need be. We just want to be a group that people can rely on, can count on, who can support the city.
I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, you know. I always wanted my own business, and I always was looking for different ideas and things to do.
People know these stories. You know black men who own businesses. You know black men who take care of their families. You know black men who go to work every day and do their fair share to build their communities.
It's interesting, it's a long, it's a tedious, and it's a difficult process, but it was good for us, and it allowed us to grow as a brand because it made us really have an internal look at what we're doing.
So we came here to talk about, you know, getting your mind right so you can get your money right.